Now, stakeholders in the welding sector are calling on the government to improve remuneration and invest in training to support the sector's growth. Speaking at the International Welders Job Fair, experts say that despite the country exporting welding talent, welders continue to receive poor remuneration. Industry leaders now are urging the government to fund technical and vocational education and training institutions to enhance the development of standardized skills and boost competitiveness in the local and international market. This at a time when Kenyan welders are encouraged to seize growing opportunities in Europe, where critical shortages in welding-related sectors are driving demand for skilled labor.
We have already seen results.
We have two guys who have work permits now for Romania. They're almost getting the final step is a visa. So how are we going to buy this guy a ticket to go to Romania? It is the mandate of the youth fund. And you see that youth fund needs to be designed in such a way it becomes a revolving fund. Somebody goes, is advanced that money, and that time there's risk-free because he has all the paperwork. All right? When he goes, we are trying to have a system whereby we get a local Kenyan bank, for instance, or the youth fund, and the employer. So if an employer is taking, say, 50 guys, we tell him, Mr. Employer, could you do payroll check-off?
You may be a welder here in Kenya, but once you go abroad to different countries, let's say Europe or the Middle East, you will not be considered as a welder. And you see now there's a gap, right? And this gap needs to be filled. Whose responsibility is it? I mean, of course, first of all, the schools, the TVET organization, vocational training institutions. It's their duty to make sure that these people who are getting out of the school, who are getting the certificate, are identified as a welder. But that's unfortunately not the case, and that is because of many issues. Maybe the resources, which you named it before, or the biggest issue is the skills are not existing.